Hare Krishna.
I was leading a pretty cool life. I was like really pretty wealthy, had a good job, had a nice boyfriend, had loads of friends, living near a beach. But something was like seriously missing in my life. It was almost like I had all that stuff materially, but I still didn't feel satisfied. So I went on to this kind of meditational internal trip where I just said, like, what is the truth? What's going on? There's got to be more to life than just this stuff. And I seriously prayed, I think, for the first time in my life. I really prayed and I said, God, who are you?
So I had this fear, and that fear led me to, it wasn't there all the time, but I would have this dream every now and then. And that led me to search and try to find out, who am I really? You know, what is my true nature? And what am I doing here?
It was quite synchronistic how it happened though. Like I went through 2 months like Sudevi did of just, you know, like feeling really lost and like burnt out with material life, and just, so I just spent 2 months kind of alone, just sort of praying for sort of like a path or an answer or something. And then, you know, all the Krishnas sort of fell into my life, and I was like, it was like a huge answer, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna walk down there, and it's really cool.
I came from a cattle farm, you know, so we were like breeding animals for killing, you know, so it's like pretty sinful, you know. So I probably feel still doing something like that, you know, not knowing any better, you know. So it's causeless mercy of Krishna and his pure devotee Srila Prabhupada that I can be here and do a little service for Krishna, you know.
I'm still curious, very curious, knowing on who I am and what is God and what is my relationship to God. So because I was always mindful of that fact, my mind got led me to this place from that time, 1993, but from that time to now it has been a very gradual cultivation of practice which has led to the full understanding of who I am, who God is, and what is my relationship with Him.
I was never really a spiritual person myself, but I found I had a kind of a connection with the Hare Krishna devotees. I somehow could relate to them.
Everyone wants pleasure. They are all searching for pleasure. Either here, somewhere else, in another country, everywhere. They are all searching for pleasure. The point of the matter is where you get that pleasure from. You can either get it from drinking, you can get it from eating, whatever. The reason I come here is because I'm doing this for the Lord, and I get so much pleasure out of it. It's actually more pleasurable to serve Lord Shri Krishna than just serve just anything else, like drinking, football. You know, you see a lot of these, you know, Aussies, they're always like, yeah, the footy. I've been there, I've sat with them, you know. I watch the football, yeah, go wherever. Singing.
Krishna is the protector of every single soul in this material world.
Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. Bonasura Nijamukto Binadvam Namanamano. It says the holy name of Krishna is non-different from Krishna. It's invested with all the potencies of Krishna, the Supreme Lord.
Sound, it's a very powerful medium to communicate. So this mantra Hare Krishna is composed of Krishna's names, and they have potency of awakening our spiritual identity. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Medicine, you could say, is by associating with like-minded people and putting Krishna in the centre, but it is also the centre of our practice is the Hare Krishna mantra, because that mantra puts us more in touch with our true nature. So just by this mantra, you might think, it's just a simple mantra, how can it have so much power? Well, try chanting some other song. Pretty soon you get tired of it. But this mantra slowly works on you, and it puts you in touch with your true nature.
Well, just I'm enthusiastic and really happy to dance and sing for the pleasure of the Lord. You know, it's like a wonderful activity. It's this activity is given to us by Srila Prabhupada, dancing and chanting for the pleasure of Krishna. So we have to, if we do it with a little bit of sincerity and enthusiasm and determination, then you actually become very happy. It's actually a joyful process. Because Krishna says, Raja Vijam Raja Guyam Pavidram Idamuttamam. This knowledge is the king of education. It's the most secret of all secrets. It's the purest knowledge, and it gives direct perception of the self by realization. Therefore, it's everlasting and joyfully performed. Joyful process and everlasting. You do it day in, day out, and you'll always remain happy and satisfied. You know? Simple, chanting, dancing, and feasting. That's what Srila Prabhupada he gave us. You know.
Well, the main thing is that the mantra revives a consciousness that's dormant within you. So that consciousness is there within everyone. But by chanting the mantra, that's the most potent way of actually reviving that consciousness. But it says in this present day and age that only really by the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra can you actually really achieve, you know, a really good sort of level of Krishna consciousness or God consciousness.
The sign of a symptom of intelligent person is that person can learn or get the instruction even from a person which is seemingly less intelligent or of a lesser status in life. So for example, we don't think that we can learn only from the holy texts, or we don't believe that we can learn only in the temple. We believe that our whole life, whether we are in the temple or we are outside, we learn. And we learn by observing life, and we don't see that anything in our lives happens by accident.
You have to actually experience it yourself to explain it. So because I've been through it, I can definitely say it's an enjoyable community being with the Hare Krishnas.
I think instead of using your energy to enjoy your senses, you're more using your energy to serve Krishna, and the feeling of serving God is like no other. It's like so satisfying.
To sum it up, I'd say I'm happier now. Because before I was always fearful, because when we don't know our true nature, we're fearful because we think we are this body, and of course nobody likes to grow old, but you grow old and then you have to leave the body and you pass away. So that creates fear in that you don't know where you're going, or you don't even know if there is anything beyond this body. So that knowledge has certainly helped, but also the process makes you more calm. It makes you more peaceful. It also, I would say, also makes you better at everything you do, because you become more focused. And you can also share that happiness with others. So I find my interactions with other people are better as well and are more meaningful.
Devotional pleasure for Lord Krishna, engaging your senses and controlling them and doing it all for the Lord. And that way you've controlled your body, you're more pure, you're more happy. And that's where the pleasure comes. That's what makes me so much different from so many other Westerners. It's because I've got control of my senses and I'm trying to engage in the Lord. But not in such a way that I'm saying, yes, I've controlled them all. Now you all worship me. No, not in that kind of such a way. But in such a way that I'm trying my best to control them and give them just everything I've got to Lord Shri Krishna. Because that is where all the pleasure comes from, when you're serving the Lord. And anyone can experience this. Anyone can experience.
I mean, a lot of things we do in the West that really destroy the mind, especially drugs, can really destroy the mind. And the whole point of Krishna consciousness is to like focus and control the mind, fix the mind, you know, on Krishna, on the sound of Krishna's name. So like, probably if I'd taken it up earlier, it might have been easier, you know. Probably would have had a less of a negative effect on my mind.
Somehow Krishna enthuses us, even it may not be immediately successful, but you know, as we persevere, then Krishna, you know, gives us more ability, and it's very, very nice.
There are 3 types of temples. One is the building. This is the one of the type of the temples. Another temple can be at your home, but the most important temple which exists is in your heart. So our goal is to make our life, or our heart, or our mind a temple. And temple is the place where we feel special. We feel united with God, and we can find a little oasis of peace.